Art is the lie that enables us to realize the truth. Great leadership is always coupled with the mindset, motivation, and momentum of great service. A man can't soar too high when he flies with his own wings. Every day when I go to bed, it's my year end, and when I wake up, it's my new year. If you always want the validation of others, you won't grow beyond people's expectations. Even a happy life cannot be without a measure of darkness, and the word happy would lose its meaning if it were not balanced by sadness. You will find the key to success under the alarm clock. Life's greatest gift is the freedom it leaves you to step out of it whenever you choose. Life swings like a pendulum backward and forward between pain and boredom. The most important thing is this: to be able at any moment to be free to choose a life that makes you happy. Home is where somebody notices when you are no longer there. Do every act of your life as though it were the very last act of your life. You cannot score a goal when you are sitting on the bench. To do so, you have to dress up and enter the game. One must work and dare if one really wants to live. We'd met at a carefree time, a moment full of promise, in its place now were the harsh lessons of the real world. You see me walking away, I see myself walking towards greatness. Do not seek to follow in the footsteps of the wise, seek what they sought. The Java feats is walking, but their hobby is dancing. To develop the habit of gratitude or make it a lifestyle, we must learn to exhibit or practice gratitude in the ordinary affairs of life. Life is going to give you just what you put in it. Put your whole heart in everything you do and pray, then you can wait. Act only according to that maxim whereby you can at the same time will that it should become a universal law. All men have their frailties, and whoever looks for a friend without imperfections will never find what he seeks. The only man who never makes mistakes is the man who never does anything. Today, I bent the truth to be kind, and I have no regret, for I am far surer of what is kind than I am of what is true. No matter where life takes me, find me with a smile. I have been swimming inward and no longer drowning. I have been seeking the answers within myself. When you know what you want, and you want it bad enough, you'll find a way to get it. Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has. Life is funny. Things change, people change, but you will always be you. So stay true to yourself and never sacrifice who you are for anyone. Grateful people are happy people. The more things you are grateful for, the happier you will be. A smart person knows how to talk. A wise person knows when to be silent. You are in danger of living a life so comfortable and soft that you will die without ever realizing your true potential. Every person has a right to risk their own life for the preservation of it. Keep your friends for friendship, but work with the skilled and competent. Michael, there's nothing here to fear. Lucifer, well, there's always the truth. The free mind, unafraid of labor, presses on to attain the good. A conscious human is driven by their conscience, not popular opinion. No matter who you are, no matter what you did, no matter where you've come from, you can always change, become a better version of yourself. There's no way you can kill someone and get to the other side of the experience unchanged. Remember, man does not live on bread alone. Sometimes he needs a little buttering up. In this lifetime you meet and part like passing clouds. It is not a failure to readjust my sails to fit the waters I find myself in. If I'm offended by the truth can't change, but I must change or be living a lie. Peter Ojo. I am always doing what I cannot do yet, in order to learn how to do it. A need for revenge can burn long and hot, especially if every glance in a mirror reinforces it. Whatever you are looking for is also looking for you. You see, don't only look. Be available and ready when it shows up. You must have someone in your circle who you can bounce off your ideas without being dissuaded. Blindness separates people from things. Deafness separates people from people. Pagangtang Ganku, Tapi Jangon Turlila Arat, Karina Aku Injin Siring Dan Bukan Didring. The deepest wounds aren't the ones we get from other people hurting us. They are the wounds we give ourselves when we hurt other people. Disappointment came to me, and booted me, and bruised and hurt me, but that's how people grow up. Kindness is not a business. True kindness expects nothing in return and should never act with conditions. Appreciation has tremendous power. A beautiful thing is not beautiful until someone appreciates it. How strange is man that when he is afraid of something he runs away from it, but when he is afraid of Allah, he gets closer to him. Keberuntungan yang berlebihan selale min gundang danki. Living might mean taking chances, but they're worth taking. Loving might be a mistake, but it's worth making. Our ability to adapt is amazing. Our ability to change isn't quite as spectacular. Turn your obstacles into opportunities and your problems into possibilities. We started off trying to set up a small anarchist community, but people wouldn't obey the rules. He spoke again as if he hadn't just shattered his promise and her security. Her house of glass now lay in a pile of shards. There's only so much emotional superglue in a person's soul that everything just stays broken. Do not get obsolete like an old technology. Keep innovating yourself. Don't plan or make a financial decision that is dependent on another person without letting them know first. Choose your steps wisely because your footprints may be followed by others. Liberty without learning is always in peril, and learning without liberty is always in vain. No matter how slow you go, you are still lapping everybody on the couch. Stay in the center, and you will be ready to move in any direction. We can accept and embrace our past as part of the path that shaped who we are now. Sometimes a flame must level a forest to ash before new growth can begin. Other people's opinion of you does not have to become your reality. A book is someone's story. Treat it carefully, look at it closely. Death is the easy part. The hard part is living and knowing you could be so much more than you're willing to be. Be happy in the moment, that's enough. Each moment is all we need, not more. I would have offered you a forest of truth, but you wish to speak of a single leaf. Only the wisest and stupidest of men never change. If you don't behave as you believe, you will end by believing as you behave. If your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. The progression of time is inevitable, nor can it be controlled, but we can control what we do within the time available to us. It is not that I'm so smart, but I stay with the questions much longer. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Paths that lead to the crossroads of life, otherwise known as transition. Transition is the tension present between struggle and grace. Life changes very quickly, in a very positive way, if you let it. Jasta had once defined a fool as a person who ignored information because it disagreed with desired results. We need to be fit and ready for anything that might come our way. It is not the strongest of the species that survives, not the most intelligent that survives. It is the one that is the most adaptable to change. It's not enough knowing that you can walk on water, Peter. You have to get out of the boat. And the truth must finally lie in that which every oppressed individual feels within himself but hasn't the courage to express. Each of us is full of shit in our own special way. We are all shitty little snowflakes dancing in the universe. The tragedy of life is what dies inside a man while he lives. In order that all men may be taught to speak truth, it is necessary that all likewise should learn to hear it. You can be everything. You can be the infinite amount of things that people are. Whatever games are played with us, we must play no games with ourselves, but deal in our privacy with the last honesty and truth. When no one you know tells the truth, you learn to see under the surface. Try telling the truth for a whole week, and just see how much trouble you get in. Heaven wheels above you, displaying to you her eternal glories, and still your eyes are on the ground. The illiterate is not the one who has never gone to school, but the illiterate is the one who never tries to learn something by himself. When seeing the simple truth means recognizing that we're in sin, we would rather see things as being complicated. Always forgive, but never forget, else you will be a prisoner of your own hatred and doomed to repeat your mistakes forever. If a bullet should enter my brain, let that bullet destroy every closet door. Before I can become an expert on anything, I must first become an expert on me.